happening, people? Welcome to the Manc Talk. We are back with another episode. Sorry for last week's, no episode, but this one over here was living the life. Living the life in Lanzarote, eh?
I had to defrost the kids, innit? When you live in Manchester, the kids are freezing, man. It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll get up in the morning, my daughter's looking at me, she's like a funny shade of blue.
Yeah.
I thought the kids need defrosting, so we whizzed them off to Lanzarote for a week and we got a bit of sun and we defrosted.
Well, we suffered.
Well, it's what it is. I'm giving you guys a chance, innit?
Nah, you know what, man? You got to enjoy yourself, and sometimes you got to have a little bit of a break. So we're back. We're ready to take on the season now, and man, it's good to have you guys back. You know what I mean? I've got all the messages that I get all the time saying big up the Manc Talk, the best show on YouTube right now. I'm telling you right now, people, just the things that we've got coming for them. You know what I mean? Just
we have
tight.
Big things are coming. You know what I mean? You do know that we're the new Ant and Deck, innit?
Exactly.
I don't know which one I am.
Yeah. I'm gonna be Deck, man. I always like Deck.
Ah, man,
so you can
we're
be
trying to say what a big fod. And I like drink driving and all that. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's always a clean one. I'm the dodgy one, yeah. Oh, man.
Listen, I just had to get out there quickly, innit? But big up to everybody who's watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We only got to start with yesterday, man. United got the 3 points, you know what I mean? Relief for me.
Happy, aren't you?
Hey, happy, man. Happy as a Larry can be.
You know what, though? First half. I'm watching first half. And then I thought, wow, David De Gea again.
David De Gea, mate, you know what I mean?
He's saving everything.
Saving everything. And that's why I want to ask you, and I put it on the chat yesterday on Twitter, and I got absolutely, people doing me in there right now. But be honest, Steve, is David De Gea the best keeper in the world right now? Or is it just because of how bad United's defence are?
Well, I think if he's playing in any other team that's a bit higher up the table, you're probably not going to see that amount of saves per game because his defence is that good.
Yeah.
But as a goalkeeper, your job is to save the ball. So
exactly,
if your defence is not turning up, which United's haven't, he's the last line of defence. Fair play to him. At the minute, I think we always knew he was a good goalkeeper, and then before that Real Madrid move, he was fantastic. And then after that fell through, he seemed to just go a bit like, or has he gone a bit dodgy in that? But looking at the saves, I mean, I find myself every game watching United thinking, what score would this be if he went in net?
That's what I'm trying to say. And you know what? I hate this narrative about, Matisse trying to tell me about keepers, with their feet and all that. Listen, sod all that, man, Steve, man. I've had enough of keepers being judged by can they kick the ball.
It depends. Nowadays, it depends how your team plays.
Of course.
David De Gea in City's team, he wouldn't work because we need to do what Ederson.
But should you judge a keeper that doesn't? Not every keeper.
20 years ago, you judge a keeper on De Gea saves.
There you go.
But the modern day keeper now, they're judging him by his distribution. They're judging if he can play in midfield.
He's not a midfielder.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they're judging it now, isn't it?
Oh my God, man!
But listen, if you want a shot stopper and you want if you want a keeper in net, here's one to put it. If an attacker breaks through one-on-one on your keeper in the last minute, you want David De Gea in net.
Yeah.
For me.
That's what I'm trying to say. And for me, David De Gea is doing extraordinary
But if you
things.
want a goalkeeper to spray it 100 yards to Raheem Sterling and score you a winner, it's not De Gea.
I get that, but the thing is though, not every team, I always think for me in football, we always try and characterise teams and we think, right, that's the perfect model. I get it, but if you haven't got them traits, you know what I mean? Like I can't go into, and be Hugh Hefner. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? I know who I am.
The Somalian Hugh Hefner?
No.
That's why he's been a Viking. Now he's Hugh Hefner. He's been
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. I tell you what.
But you know what I'm trying to get with this though? I can't go out there and think I'm Hugh Hefner.
No.
You know what I mean? I've got to be humble and take a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? I've got to go with the flow, and that's what I feel like with David De Gea. He's a good keeper.
No, he's a great keeper.
But they'll say to you, well, it's not good with his feet.
Yeah, well, that's the same. They could say the same to Everton with Edison. Or he's not a good shot stopper, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if your defence is poor, which the Man United defence is, and you've got a fantastic keeper, he's getting you out the shit. If Man United had a mediocre keeper and that defence, they'd be struggling deep.
There you go then. And that for me, that's how I judge it.
You've got to give him credit.
And yeah, exactly. And if it wasn't for him in that first half, we would be absolutely finished, mate. Finito. I think the game's 3-0, and that's why for me, I'm not getting excited, Steve, because Brentford, mate. I tell you what, they're a good team, man.
They are good, but credit to because what do Brentford do? They huff and puff a lot. But
I
they
know.
don't seem to get anywhere.
No.
Then when the real quality break on them and score, then they're like, oh, we played well, but we got beat 3-1. It's like, well, mate, I remember Blackpool coming up and playing well and getting beat every week.
Yeah, get beat.
You're going to go down like that.
I remember that as well.
I mean? United, listen, you got to give credit to United for getting the result at Brentford. I didn't think they'd get a result down there. I thought it was a banana skin. Like you say, they got a goal, 3 goals, 3 academy products.
3 academy products, you know what I mean? And
it's a bit of a breather for Ralph.
Yeah, you know what? It is a breather because for me, this you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. Things haven't changed the way I want it to be, but he's slowly adapting. He went from a 4-2-2 Gherkin press that you were talking about.
Pickle press didn't work.
Pickle press didn't work, you know what I mean? He thought, you know what? Forget the McDonald's menu. We're going to go move over to the 4-3-3. We're going to go Toro's. We're going to go to a steakhouse. You know what I mean? We're going to go to a proper steakhouse.
He's trying, man. He's trying.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing right now. So, end of the day, you know what I mean? Ralf Rangnick, he's not going to do it. He's took off Ronaldo. I know he acted like a baby in there. But, you know...
You know what's refreshing, though? Apparently, he's come out and gone, Maguire, Shaw, not good enough.
Yeah.
But everyone can see that.
Yeah.
But if you say it, people go, oh, you're hating on Man United. But listen, it takes a manager with balls. It takes a manager to come in there and go, look, you're not good enough. And for me, Maguire isn't good enough. Do you know what I mean?
85 million.
If you want to be challenging for trophies, Premier League, FA Cups, Champions Leagues, you're not going to do it with Harry Maguire alongside Varane. You know what I mean? True,
yeah. Lindelof looks steady. But yeah, like I said...
But he's steady though, but that's what I'm saying, it's
know.
steady. If you want to be elite, you need elite, innit? You look at City there, he's dropped Ruben Diaz the other day, brings in John Stones. People can laugh at John Stones, but John Stones has improved 100%.
And 100%, without a doubt.
John Stones now is a great centre-back with Laporte. So we've got options there. United, you look at them centre-halves, no matter who they're playing, you think, if I'm a striker, I'm thinking I can get at them.
You can bully them, you know what I mean? You can get
Don't
them
forget,
1v1.
Varane was part of a Real Madrid team and the back four was excellent.
I know, and the back three in front of him as well.
So he's standing out now in a United team where he's getting isolated a lot because his partner's not as good as him. And I expected Varane to improve Maguire, but it seemed to go the other way around. It seems Maguire dragged Varane down to his level.
Yeah, it's true. But again, a lot of people did say to me that Varane, you know what I mean, Sergio Ramos did hold his hand a lot at Real Madrid. A lot of Real Madrid fans do message me and say, oh, you know, he had a good midfield in front of him. He had a good defense.
Jesus done him in the Champions League, didn't he? When he just rattled him up and he bottled it twice.
Yeah, true.
So you could see he can get at it.
You know what, Varane? Would I say Varane has been that signing where I thought because everyone said Rolls Royce defender.
Yeah.
He hasn't been just quite that, but you know, has it been alarming where you thought flipping out, man? That's a flop. That no, he's been a good steady Eddie, and you know what I mean. And I think United got the job done yesterday. But did you see Finger's comments, by the way, the Brentford manager?
Oh, I see. Saying he should have won and all that.
You know what? I want Brentford to go down after hearing him. Just, you know what I mean?
He did it with City and all that, going, oh, we're the best team in the league, come here and it's 1-0 and
got
this,
so
that,
much praise, hasn't he, this manager? Now
listen, he's going to find himself. He's very lucky that there's 3 absolutely abysmal teams in this league worse than them.
I know.
Because, you know, they're on about signing Christian Eriksen now, which would be a good signing for them. But they've come up, they've had a go. It is what it is. But like I say, nobody talks about your chances you missed. Talk about you got beat 3-1.
Yeah, exactly.
So just come out and say, do you know what?
You lost 2 games back to back.
We're not taking our chances, and we've been levered 3-1. Don't be telling us what you should have done.
Yeah,
because should have.
Talk about Sancho when Sancho went to a funeral, on that day. That's why he was left out of the squad. He was talking about situations. It's like, listen, mate, hold the L and shush. How about that? Shush, mate. You know what I mean? And for me, it has made United fans now dislike him now. So when the manager that's come up and chat shit, you know what I mean? That's what he's done now. Yeah. And you know what I mean? I don't want to say Brentford go down because I like Brentford as a team, but he's getting a bit too big for his boots. But listen, I don't know what it is, man. It's them Norwegian guys, isn't it? You know what I mean? They're a bit dodgy, but we won't talk about that one, eh? But hey, I'm telling you, man. But before that, fucking Tottenham, mate.
Unbelievable.
Last minute, mate. Toby
celebrating. I thought he won the Champions League. I've never seen Toby celebrate like that since they got the VAR decision in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? But this is Tottenham in a nutshell. their greatest moments of the last decade was the VAR at Manchester City, Toby selling his ticket outside the stadium for £3,500 and scoring a last-minute winner at Leicester. So if you're a Tottenham fan, that's the 3 iconic memories in your last 10 years.
Times are tough though, Steve, man.
That's what I mean. So
Times
you've got to allow it. Because, in fact, me and Said are actually getting a trophy made. The last-minute trophy. We're going to give it to Toby on the Big Six because he needs a trophy. So we've just got to make one up for him. You know what I mean? Like they made that invincible one up for Arsenal, that little Kinder Egg one. We're going to make one up for Toby, innit?
Mate, I'm telling you, man. This, you know what it is, yeah? When I seen it, I thought 94th minute, game's done.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Can't believe it, 96th minute, man. This Brendan Rodgers, man, is he the king of bottlers? You know what I mean? If there was ever a trophy for Brendan Rodgers, mate, he'd have about 1,000, a million of these.
He's just mad, innit?
You know what I mean, man?
And they were getting hammered. They were getting hammered. Leicester, I'm winning 2-1. I was like, man, I turned it over, and then, like I said, the group chat just went off. And we was like, Toby. I reckon Toby got off but ran back in. There's no way Toby stayed to the end, innit? The stay to the end trophy, he's gone to VAR.
And then it messages you saying,
I stayed to the end. As if it's like, you know, it's like something he really wanted us all to clap him because he stayed to the end.
Stayed to the end, man.
Do you know what I mean?
That's how I tweeted back. I said, well done, here's your trophy.
So if you're not following Toby, go over to Toby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He left the North London derby in 44 minutes, got an Uber, and he also got to the Champions League final and sold his ticket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not like he goes there every couple of years, so he thought, you know what, I'll make a few quid. He's waited all his life to get to the Champions League final, and he sold his ticket. Innit?
But you know what, man? As much as I want to batter him, I am happy for him because, you know what I mean? He's not always happy, is he?
No, you know I've never met anyone.
He's always depressed about his football club. To see him happy, went on Instagram Live straight away. You know what I mean? Was buzzing. He got clipped by 360 TV. You know what they're like as well. Yeah. You know, we want money back, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
clipping us out every minute, man.
Yeah,
what's going on? But you know what I mean? It's like he got clipped up, and then you know what, man? Conte, though. You know what I mean? Would that self belief been on there under Nuno? Maybe that's coming from Conte, you know what I mean? He's got them tuned in, and he's not even bought any signings, and they are.
If they'd have lost, it would have been peak for him.
Oh, mate, it was literally
people were getting a bit annoyed with him, and then he looked depressed.
Yeah, of course.
You could tell he's at Tottenham.
Yeah, of course.
I've never seen Conte with no energy. He just sat in the press conference looking down like that, as if to say, "Fuck me, man, that Tottenham."
Yeah, of course. Do
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? This top 4 race, this Steve. Can you go and look at your phone now and look at this top 4 race and see how it is, because it's interesting for me, man. And it's heating up, man. And this is the new title race. You know what I mean? Because at the minute, you know, who's favourite? Let us know in the comments. And by the way, please smash a like on the video if you're watching right now. But
top 4, just wait a second.
Yeah, because it's getting wet. We've gone from 7th to 7th after yesterday's victory. You know what I mean? It hasn't helped. But all these fixtures that have been postponed, Tottenham have got like 3 or 4 games that they can.
Top 4, well, you got us at the top, obviously.
Yeah, well.
Liverpool second, 21 games, 2 games in hand, but the 45 points, we're on 56.
Yeah.
West Ham are still hanging in there at 4th.
They are still. We got them on Saturday.
They've got 37 points. Tottenham's got 3 games in hand on them on 36. So Tottenham's looking in good position.
We've only got 1 game in hand, innit?
They've got 2 games in hand on you.
Yep.
You've played 21, they've played 19, Arsenal played 20. It's tight.
And it's still above us.
Yeah. Tottenham's
That's mad.
Yeah, Tottenham's on 36.
Yep.
Arsenal's on 35. United's on 35. You've played 1 more than Arsenal, 2 more than Spurs. It's not looking that good for you.
No, it's not looking good. That's why I said Tottenham to beat Chelsea.
Wolves have got a game in hand.
Sorry, Chelsea to beat Tottenham.
Wolves have got a game in hand.
Yeah.
So they could get within 1 point of you.
Mate,
it's getting
top
tight,
4
man.
race.
It's getting tight.
Yeah, it is getting tight, man. You know what? For first time now in a long while, there's about 5 teams that are in this top 4. West Ham, for me, if they
Everyone's
beat us,
beating each other, innit? So
exactly.
You know, people call the Premier League now saying City's running away with it, but below it, everyone's beating each other. Brighton got a good draw with Chelsea.
There you go, yeah.
You know what I mean? So if things happen like
this
that,
top 4 race, yeah.
Leeds beat West Ham.
Leeds beat West Ham. Yeah, that's what I was.
Muppet on a bucket.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Respect Bielsa.
Innit? Yeah, I've got to respect him for that one result. But the rest of them, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Jack Harrison, one of your... He's playing for you lot, innit?
Yeah, we help him out, innit?
Yeah, man, you've helped him out there. You know what I mean? After about 7 loans. You know what I mean? You've helped him out.
Well, they were supposed to buy him last year, but But I think the FFP thing would have got peaked for him, so City just give him on another sort of loan.
Yeah, of course.
Just like that.
How do you see this top 4 shaping up? You know what I mean? Do you still put United favourites? Do you still put...
Right, looking at let me have a quick look. Do you know what I mean? So for me, City, Liverpool and Chelsea. So there's one space left. I can't see...
I think Chelsea are in this.
I think it's between... I think it's just... I don't want to... No, I'm going to say it. West Ham ain't getting it. West Ham's going to drop. Tottenham, Arsenal, United are going for that last spot for me. And it's peak, and I think it depends on the results against each other. So the North London derby is going to be big.
That's going to be massive.
What I mean? Have you still got to play them?
We've still got to play Tottenham at home. We've got Arsenal away, is it?
And we've still got Tottenham at home, and we've got United at home, so we can have a say in it.
You can have a say in the thingy. This is what I was trying to say, Steve. You know, is the Premier League now not competitive anymore? The way City have just kind of run away with it. What do you say to the people that say City have just made the league like a farmers' league?
Listen, Man United. I remember Man United being 11, 12 points clear. Nobody said that then.
True.
Do you know what I mean? I remember Liverpool when they won the league. They were 12 points clear with 2 games in hand. And everyone was saying what great football he was playing, how well Jurgen Klopp is. Let's do an ITV documentary. Let's do a History Channel documentary. Let's do a Mo Salah documentary and all that bullshit. But now City's doing it. It's like, oh, throw your toys out the pram, Man City are doing everything. But what you got to understand is Manchester City are a fantastic side. Pep Guardiola is a fantastic manager. You've got to give credit because the league is more competitive than it's ever been. So you look below City. Like I said, everyone's beating each other. People are getting results. People are going to Chelsea, Like you say, Leeds are beating West Ham. So, there's loads of banana skins, but City are just a machine. True. So instead of moaning about it and whinging about it, the rest of the Premier League needs to wonder about how they're going to bridge that gap. Do you know what I mean? Manchester City have been...
But how do you do it? Liverpool, FSG, Grizz Khan is doing ITK, but still can't get any transfers, right? You know what I mean? It's... Chelsea, we'll talk about them in a minute. Their Premier League record is shocking since Conte.
Last year when they won the Champions League, right? They were the best team in the world. You can't do it. Tommy Tuchel can sort Pep out. Well, what's Tommy Tuchel doing to Pep now? Because Pep's just bending him over, smacking his ass. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? He's not the same.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. And then
100 million on a striker, but apparently they've got loads of injuries in that.
Well, he's going on a bit of a mad one. We will touch on that one. Then you got Man United who are in free fall at the minute.
But United spent a fortune.
I know they are. That's what I'm trying to say.
If you finish second and sign Varane, Sancho, and Ronaldo, you're thinking we're going for the title. CR7th.
Stop it, man.
20. What is it? 24 points clear. City 23.
I think we bridged the gap now.
Or 21 then, isn't it?
21 then. You know what I mean? We're getting there, man. You know what I mean? We're doing a title charge. Andy Tate. Hey. Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
It's all part of the master plan, Andy. It's all part of the master plan.
Listen, leave him alone, man. Listen, Andy Tate, man. Don't worry, man. We'll be back, man. But you know what it is? So how can people... I just think for me, City at the minute have got the plan in terms of... You've got Soriano and the other guy, yeah? They've got Kandul. They've got everyone who just knows football.
The structure of the club from the top to the bottom is amazing.
Yeah, that's the one.
And people can say, oh yeah, but you bought it. No, teams are trying to buy it now. But they can't do it because the structure's not right.
Yeah.
Last season we were 12th at Christmas and we won the league.
Yeah.
This season we're just on the roll. Do you know what I mean? We're 13 points clear.
It's the relentless
with 4 months to go.
Yeah.
But we've got to keep going. Listen, Man City fans are not going to say it's over. We've just got to keep going. Keep doing what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? We're fighting for the FA Cup. We're fighting for the Champions League.
But it just feels for me everything's all rosy. You know what I mean? You got Bernardo Silva chilling in Northern Quarter, saying we're going all the way to...
Because success breeds that comfortable thing.
Yeah.
Man City fans haven't been comfortable for many years, but the last 10 years has been a bit more comfortable for us.
Yep.
The whole club from the top to bottom is a happy place. The supporters are happy now. The players look really happy. You look at our team and the spirit and the way, you know what I mean? We've got these young kids coming through now, Cole Palmer, McAtee and all them boys. And it's refreshing to watch. It's just the media like to talk nonsense. But look, anyone outside of Manchester can throw stones at Man City all they want. But if they take a step back, they look at Man City and think, wow, I wish that was us.
You know what I mean? David Moyes said, aspire to be City. maybe he wasn't wrong. You know what I mean? City now have set the benchmark.
First time in the history Manchester City turned over more money than Man United.
Yeah.
It's changing, mate. This Khaldoon and Sheikh Mansour, they're building something. Manchester City are not going away. Right? Manchester City are not going to stop spending. Manchester City are not going to stop making money, not going to stop buying football clubs. They're going to go for global.
So how do you if you were to give some sort of secret plan to catch City, I get it's Pep Guardiola. Is it maybe Pep Guardiola? Pep Guardiola leaves, City crumble.
No, but Mancini won the league.
Yeah.
He left. Pellegrini won the league. He left. Guardiola come and won the league. What City are doing is they're setting up an institution of football. So when the manager leaves, the next manager comes straight into an institution of football.
Yeah,
so
cool.
everything's there for him.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we get rid of him, then he comes in, brings in 30 members of staff, change the style of football, then it don't work, so he leaves, comes in, brings in 20 members of staff, change the style of football. The manager goes out, the new one comes in, and they play the same style.
Yeah, it's the same
style.
Same style. Exactly.
That is how they're doing it, and I think that's the blueprint. And I think teams have got to get football people in and around the football club. You can't have bankers and money men making football decisions. Let the bankers and the money men stay in the boardroom, make money making decisions. Don't make football decisions. We have Tixi Biggerstein, Ferran Soriano overseeing the whole of the City football group, from Troyes to Yokohama to Melbourne, New York to City to Girona, and identifying players, putting him into clubs. He's all right, but he's not ready for City yet. Let's send him to New York. Let's send him over here.
Yeah, of course.
And these players in our Man City group now that will save us hundreds of millions of pounds. In the future, you'll find that Manchester City, like Kai and all them, got these Brazilians, bring them in and all that. Cheap money, innit? And I think in the future, Man City won't be spending big, massive bucks. They'll just be recruiting from within.
Just improving from the academy as well, you know what I mean? You know, that's what Barcelona were doing, and then obviously they've really fight. But they've got Barcelona now, you know, because of the product of their academy, they're still standing. Yeah. You know, they've got that guy, I think it's called Gavi, You know, they've got little gems in, is it
Pedri as well.
You know, Pedri, they've got all these youngsters because, you know,
it's an institution.
And that's what will happen with City.
And it's happening now. The Cole Palmer looks like he's just been picked up from somewhere for 30-40 million.
Prem soon come, man, this guy.
I love that little bit of cockiness about him. I've been talking about him for a long time.
Yeah, you have.
And the guy's got a little bit of something. He's got that Manchester bit of grit about him, but he loves playing football. He's training with Kevin De Bruyne.
Is he the best young talent you've seen after Foden, you think?
For me, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of City fans go, he's very much not easy on the
agile. It's like a Mahrez. De Bruyne are kind of like, together.
We've got some great talent coming through. And at the end of the day, you've got to be special to get in this Man City team. Do you know what I mean? And that's why people say, yeah, but you don't bring enough kids through and all that, because you've got to be world class to get in this team. It's a world class team. Phil Foden waited a long time.
Yeah, of course.
And patience is paying off. Jadon Sancho could have got to that level, but he wanted to leave. I'm not saying he's wrong, but he went and done his own thing. We've got people like that Charlie McNeil. He left United to come City, and then he left City to go United. We had Bobby Duncan, Steven Gerrard.
Charlie McNeil's doing well, by the way.
Bobby Duncan went from Man City to Liverpool, then said Liverpool bullied him, so he went to Fiorentina, and then he's ended. They got rid of him, and now I think he's at Derby County youth team, and he's just fizzled out the game.
Yeah.
It just shows you, doesn't it?
Just shows you, man. Just shows you, you know what I mean? That's probably the similar story to Chelsea at the minute, you know what I mean? They fizzle out, and, you know, Tuchel, there's reports of, you know what I mean, possibly could face a sack. You know what I mean? You know what the story's like at Chelsea. You know what I mean? He's moaning a lot, right? Has he got any reason to moan?
No.
Not at all?
No. Beginning of the season, they won the Champions League, and he bought a £100 million striker, the missing piece of the jigsaw, yeah? They started this season well. The press said it's the best squad in the Premier League. Who's going to catch Tommy Tuchel? He's going to do this. I said on the Big Six show, they aren't as good as they think they are. They won't be in the top 2 race. They're going to drop. Everyone slagged me off. You're salty about Porto. You're salty about... No, I'm not salty about Porto. I watch football with my eyes. I went to Stamford Bridge and I realised that club, from top to bottom, isn't as comfortable as it thinks it is, yeah? And I'm being proved right. And for him to come on here and moan about games when Manchester City play in every single competition, usually get to the semi or the final, 69 possible games last year, we played 68.
Use the squad. The
squad they've got. You look at the bench they've got. Look at
world-class squad, they said.
Look at the team. I'm going to get it up now. Look at the team they played City with, yeah? On the other night. watch that team. When did we play him? Was it?
I think it was.
Was it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Saturday. Right.
World class squad, they said.
Right, here's the lineups, for Chelsea. Right? Kepa in net, Malang Sarr, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Asquith-Pleleletto, whatever he's called, N'Golo Kante, Kovacevic, Alonso, Ziyech, Pulisic, Lukaku. Right?
Yeah.
So you've got the keeper, but he costs you 70 odd million, and you've got Malang Sarr. And this is the bench, Timo Werner, Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Sal Niguez, Ross Barkley. So they're taking the piss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Every single one of them players on that bench and in that team gets in the top 14.
Yeah.
So Tommy tapping Tuchel, stop crying. It's the Premier League. It's not France. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not Germany. It's the Premier League. It's the most intense league in the world. Okay. Now, if it's too fast for you, mate, go back to France. You know what I mean? Or go and wash cars in Italy with Di Matteo and talk about your Champions League, Because that's where he ended up, innit? Do you know what I mean? Don't be coming over here moaning about this because it's not going your way. Because when it was going your way last season, it was all good in the garden, innit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And City's done you again. Kevin De Bruyne, the flop, has just stroked it in. We made you look average. We pressed you all over the park. Do you know what I mean? Frank Bruno up front, ain't scoring for you.
Yeah, like Lukaku, Timberland boots, you know what I mean? It's. I told you, man, we did warn them about Lukaku.
Rudiger don't want to be there. Christensen don't want to be there. That Saul that they signed looks like he should be in the Spanish 4th division. Lukaku got the 100 million deal and the big gaff, and then starts sending out love notes for Inter Milan.
I'll tell you, man.
Do you know what I mean? That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You know what? And again, this is what I'm trying to say about Matisse. Talk about a new shiny toy all the time. And then when I said to him, "Oh, so you need new signings then?" Oh, is that what you were trying to get to?
He said, we need a few more. And he knows if you're like old and athletic and they're on their ass.
This is what I'm trying to say, Chelsea fan. You said it was super Chelsea. You said you've got the biggest squad in the world. But where is it then?
The most depressing, morbid fan base in the history of football. European, whatever, you'll never sing
How do you
that.
do that?
Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Chinoed up to death, brogues on, and a latte. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, Mark, kid. Do you know what I'm saying?
How many lattes did you actually see?
Oh, mate, I told you, City fans was in the bars in Porto, outnumbered them 10-1. Yeah. We're on the tables, we're ballooning and that, everyone's having a top time. And then you do, carefree, wherever we... Some guy there eating a salad. I'm like, who the fuck are you, mate? Where are you from? Chelsea. And he's sat there with his bird, eating a salad, and I'm thinking, come on, mate. You had the Champions League final, you've took the misses and that. And at night time, we're all still out in all our gear, sweating our bollocks off and that, singing and that. They walk past me like chinos with like a cardigan tied around the neck, and they'd be like, I think you'll beat us, lads. We've already got one European Cup. I'm like, mate, where's the banter here, man? It's a Champions League final. It's Chelsea. Thought it was all the headhunters and all this shit.
Oh my God!
There's a guy walking past with slip-on shoes. I'm telling you, mate. I tell you, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God, mate. I'm sitting hell, man.
It is what it is, but listen.
You know what? Yeah, if he carries on though, and they go away, and they're in this top 4 battle, Chelsea fan. You're in it with us, mate. And if they carry on now, because they're not in a good run, you know. Like I think they've won already like 2 games since December or something like that.
See, Ziyech scored the other night. He didn't even celebrate. He looked as the most depressed player I've ever. He looked like someone had just told him.
But the Chelsea fan didn't celebrate as well.
The club's a mess, man. Listen, if that's what the Champions of Europe brings you, then you can keep it. I'd stick to the Premier League if I was you, because it's all good in the blue camp round here. Well, do you know what I mean? We're all happy here.
There you go then, you know what I mean? So Chelsea, let me know in the comments, you know what I mean? Is Tuchel under pressure? Will he get the sack?
They've gone back to the gizmos, you remember the Gremlins analogy?
Gremlins.
So beginning of the season, they're on the swinging about. And then the other night when City beat them, they'd just gone back to Gizmo. They got put back in the box, took back to Chinatown, tucked under the little shelf, you know where that little Chinese guy was, and then just put the sheet over the box and leave Gizmo there. Leave Gizmo there till they need to come out again.
Oh my God,
Matisse, Grandam,
Grandam, man,
McKenzie, all them.
You know what I mean?
The balloons. He even turned up at the Etihad with balloons, man.
Oh my God,
Champions League. I don't mind a bit of banter, yeah. But there's grown men.
Mackie as well. Mackie, sort yourself out, Mackie.
There's grown men and women going home with pop balloons that day. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, innit?
Oh my God, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. What's more embarrassing is Liverpool today. You know what I mean? They've been caught out, mate. Grizz, you've been caught out, mate. All them fake sources
He's been saying something in the chat here. I don't know what he's been saying.
What's he saying now? Is he trying to...
He's probably trying to defend it. You know what Grizz Khan's like.
You know what I mean? He's trying to defend it.
He's the next mayor of Liverpool, Grizz.
I'm telling you, man. He will defend Liverpool till the cows come home, mate. That's what he'll do. And Liverpool have been found out that these positives were actually false positives. And, you know what I mean? But the problem is, Steve, they're not going to be investigated, are they? You know what I mean? Because apparently it was a load of BS. It didn't really happen. You know what I mean? And that's what David Ornstein has reported today. You know what I mean? That is just...
If Man City had done that, we'd have been in the...
I'd have been a job
court,
FBI.
Court of arbitration again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Cheats and all that. But Liverpool do it and it's like, Doris, who does the test, just misplaced them or something, you know what I mean? It's just like, and then Grizz will come out with some story in a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They'll have a big statue outside the Anfield Road next season of a giant needle, you know what I mean? Because it got them in the top 4. Stuff
but it's a joke though, isn't it? And you know when the news comes out, you know what I mean? It's for me, it's laughable, isn't it? And you know, it's similar again with.
Do you think there's a lot of clubs manipulating these tests?
Yeah, of course, mate, of course, because
they said
now
they're going to change the
injuries
rules after this weekend. So the Premier League, basically, I think, are just going to make. They said Arsenal called the game off. They only had one case with Odegaard, but they had a lot of injuries in AFCON. Can't do that.
But you knew AFCON was coming though. You sell Mari, you sell you know, the other guy, Maitland-Niles to Roma. You sell every single Kolasinac to
Marseille.
Marseille.
They had an under-23 game the day before, which they could have cancelled and pulled in some of the under-23s. So
and you know what? With that dodgy yellow card, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the betting thing.
Maybe someone else wanted to.
I told Jack not to tell anyone about that. He's always nailed on for the yellow though.
But again, they did that at that Man City game. Imagine one of them was either suspended or, you know what I mean, or he might have thought he was suspended for the next game and maybe wanted to miss it. So then Arsenal can say, you know what, we could get our game suspended. Who knows?
You never know, man.
2 clubs that are being dodgy here, Liverpool and Arsenal. 2 clubs that blamed each other for being dodgy. They're the dodgy ones now, innit? You know what I mean? So I just think this Premier League is very, very sceptical now in terms of, you know, who's being sincere.
They're letting the clubs test and abuse the system, like you said. I said on the Big Six show, there should be independent testing. Every Premier League ground should have a porta cabin dumped on the training ground with this independent people.
But Bielsa done as well. You know what I mean? Some people spiraling Frank Lampard at Derby. You know what I mean? We need one of them.
Yeah, because it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good for the integrity of the game, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So, Liverpool and Arsenal, mate, sort yourselves out, mate. You know what I mean? Because that, for me, disgraced me. Especially Liverpool. Grizz, on the Big Six tomorrow, I feel like we need to hear you give your opinion and not your politician head.
If Man City had done it, they'd be all over us, mate. All over us.
And even I know that.
They're cheated. Yep. They only win the league. They're cheating and all that. At the end of the day, Man City are just clear at the minute.
But Liverpool are always protected, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's just one of them things where, you know what I mean, a lot of media fans, a lot of people in the media are all Liverpool fans.
History FC, innit?
Yep, there you go, then it. So, but we're going to talk about the transfer window, Steve, now. Not a lot has happened, you know. What's going on, man?
I don't know.
Even Newcastle with all their money. You did say it, though. It's not going to be easy for Newcastle to attract players, innit?
Put it this way. If I'm Newcastle and we become the richest club in the world and sign Chris Wood, I'm fuming. At least we signed Robinho, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I know
he didn't know what City were, but you know.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? He's in jail now anyway, so he's with Mendy and that. So he's right.
He's with the other two, innit?
Yeah, they're all in there.
Prattling out and all that.
Yeah, they're all there, mate. They're all there. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, go on.
No, it's not going to be easy for Newcastle. I think Eddie Howe's realised that they might go down. And I think you're not going to tempt a superstar to come Newcastle now in that predicament unless you're paying them massive money. And then if you're paying them... Listen, City went through a mercenary stage.
Yeah, of course. Joe was 40 million.
Adebayor,
yeah.
Craig Bellamy, Roque Santa Cruz. You know, there was daft money thrown at daft players. But we needed them players at the time. And then all of a sudden, after a couple of years... when people looked at the City project and thought, you know what, this is serious shit that's happening here. Then you started attracting Aguero, then you started getting your David Silvas, then
Silva,
you Yaya Toure.
So
when you get that different level. Newcastle is still at that thing. Trippier, yeah, is a good signing. Has he come for the money? 1,000,000%.
Oh, mate, you're kidding me, man.
Chris Wood, he's gone to Newcastle because it's a step up from Burnley.
Of course.
I get that. But they're after some young striker from Reims, I think, Emenike or someone. If
they're
you're a
getting
young
Diego
striker
Carlos,
now,
but apparently Sevilla said, we want our money. And
if the richest club in the world, you're going to get big prices. Manchester City paid 25 million for Joleon Lescott at the time.
Yeah, and that was a lot.
It was a lot, but people don't understand. If it's like you owning a business and a multi-millionaire knocks on the door and says, "Saeed, can I buy your business?" Your business is going up, double, innit?
Double, mate. And you know what price it is? You know what they say? Like, today's price is not yesterday's price. Of course. You know what I mean? And
so Newcastle are going to learn the hard way, because you're going to pay massive thing, and you're going to get some players that are just not going to be good enough, and you're going to think, wow. But I think they're going to go down.
Yeah, I think they go down, me. I just think it's too much to sort out. People are rejecting them. Newcastle rejected Van der Beek, rejected him. Lingard's rejected him. You know what I mean? But what do they do though? You know what I mean? They've got to quickly decide, because it's like, what? How many days left till the transfer window? A week?
A week, maybe, yeah.
Week? You know what I mean? A week, or just
the defence is terrible. They got Lascelles.
10 days.
It's terrible.
Yeah, defence is terrible.
He's a championship centre half, him.
Yeah.
So you need to, when you come up to the Premier League, even though you love certain players because they got you out the championship, you've got to make a decision and say you're not good enough. And Newcastle are going to have to make some tough decisions, because a lot of them players they've got now are just need to be gone.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But I just think, with this transfer window, it's sticky, because clubs can't afford to lose players. That Vlahovic is taking forever to sort out, because at the end of the day, it's
a players' market though. These players can earn a lot of money, and they're playing the clubs along. They get to the last couple of days of the window, and it's a mad auction.
There you go.
Players are desperate. You see that Leeds documentary that time when they were trying to sign Dan James.
Yeah.
And it got to the last minute, and it all got complicated, and it all fell through. That's going to happen again.
Yeah, of course.
There's going to be players like that.
Yeah,
it depends how much you. Plus, clubs have got to be careful on the spending because of the COVID from last year. They're going to be in negative balances and stuff. So. It's not easy. I don't think City's going to bring anybody in.
No. Are you surprised, or you just when you're top of the league and all that? Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like it's difficult to add that one extra person you think's going to cause.
Well, that's what I mean. I think Pep's pretty relaxed. But what panicked me is we was already moaning about lack of strikers, and then we now sold Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
So we literally got.
Why don't Haaland just reply to your DM that you sent him?
I know.
Tell the people what happened.
Long story short, but. I spoke to Erling Haaland a while back.
This is actually true,
on a DM about something, nothing to do with me, but a business deal.
Yeah.
And so I've got it on my DMs. He's there, so when he's online, I can see it because he replied to me.
Yeah.
And the other night, I sent him a DM and said, "I seen you watch the City match today. Can you imagine you getting in on the end of Kevin De Bruyne's crosses?" And he read it.
That's crazy.
And then he started to type, and then it went off, and then he never replied. But he read it, so I'm planting the seeds in Erling Haaland's head, right, before he blocks me, saying, think about it. So I know for a split second.
So what you're trying to say, you were like...
If Riola's on 10%, I want 1%. And I know for a split second, when he read that, Kevin De Bruyne's crosses. I know he visualised Kevin De Bruyne crossing and he banging one in at the Etihad. So listen, I'm keeping it going.
Just imagine he replied with a wink, wink.
Yeah, well, near the time, if it starts getting peak, I'm going to push my luck.
Yeah.
So
I'll come back in around May, June.
I'm going to push my luck with it. I'm going to try and get an answer. Yeah. Then he'll probably block me, and that's that. But at the end of the day, you've got to try, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm out here fighting the corner for City, man. We want the Norwegian fellow. We want him.
If you get him, mate, I think the Premier League is wrapped up for the next 5-6 years. Let's be real, man.
You said that about the Grealish, though, innit?
Yeah, I know, man. You know what I mean? That Grealish, the thing with me, Grealish, I've seen it with City, though. They nurture players. Cancelo.
Next season's big for...
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Next season. But I think they need to play them in the number 10 role for me.
He has to play there, yeah.
He has to play that number 10 role. But he will come good. Same with Cancelo. Same with a lot of players that come to City. They always come good in the second year. And it will happen. But if you would go get Haaland, you can't tell me, Steve, and be like, oh, but you know...
No, I'll be saying, we're cleaning it up.
You're cleaning everything up.
Machine, man.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll be still riding Ronaldo's back and suing in the car park.
Oh, you lot will be suing in the car park. We'll be going, Haaland, 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 doing that mad dance in the car park.
Oh my God, mate. You know, and the thing is as well, his dad hates United.
Well, Roy Keane, you want to have a word with Roy for doing what he did?
Roy Keane, man. If you're the reason, you know what?
I hope he comes out and goes, I hate Man United because of what Roy Keane did.
He stamped on his flipping out. You know what I mean? That was just crazy.
I was there that game when he done that.
It's just
Roy Keane done
right, mate. To do that and then expect Haaland to come, mate. It's not going to happen, is it? You know what I mean? But
I don't know what's going to happen. It's mad. I've never known a footballer be in such a good position in the world. He can choose wherever he wants
21
to go.
21 as well. Not even.
He can choose wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, only 21 as well.
He's a great talent, like you say. He'd be great for us, but I mean, you just don't know with Pep. Pep just might have. He might end up signing Lewis Dunk from Brighton.
Will Pep Guardiola, be honest with you, a lot of people are telling me, right, Pep Guardiola's only going to stay beyond his contract, you know, he's not going to stay on and all that. And I just don't buy into it. Why would you want to leave when you could create a dynasty? And do you know what, I'm not saying he could, you know, eclipse Alex Ferguson, but to be even that conversation where you can have a chat and say, who's the best manager the Premier League's ever seen? Guardiola or Alex Ferguson? Not that Guardiola will be better than Alex Ferguson, but to have that conversation, you say, I dominated England, I dominated Spain.
I don't think it. I think Pep Guardiola's dominating this Premier League more than anyone's done it. I think the numbers and the levels and the points and the winning streaks are more than anyone. And I think he's.
So that's what my point is. Why would he not want to continue that beyond his contract?
The only thing I can say to you is, if the way I look at Pep Guardiola and the way he manages Manchester City, it's so intense. So his day to day is that intense, and the pressure must be that much.
His family are not here as well.
You get burnt out, and you need a break. Otherwise, you're going to be mentally. He left Barcelona, and he had a 1 year break, and he went to New York and that. And I can see he's been at City 6 years now, and I can see him having that break. I can see him saying, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if Man City won the Champions League this season and the league. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, "That's me done, boys. I'm going to have a break with my family," and everyone would take that. We don't want him to leave because he's fantastic, and when everything's going good for you, you want it to continue. But being realistic, we know it's coming to the end. Do you know what I mean? He's already stayed longer than anyone ever said he was going to stay. He's already said he's enjoying it like more than he's enjoyed any other job. He's even said he's an honorary Mancunian. The guy's bought into what we're about. And Guardiola, I find this season, is finally getting the respect he deserves. So if he leaves this season after winning the Champions League, I think that'd be perfect for him.
You know what? I think that would probably go out in a
if he doesn't win the Champions League this season, I think he's going to stay at least another season. Try and get that right.
But that will lead him on to his final year of his contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what a fitting way to kind of maybe end the cycle and whatnot, you know what I mean? But
he's already our greatest ever manager now. If he leaves tomorrow now, Manchester City Football Club you need
that statue for him.
You need it there because he's just absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
So I just think for me, Man City, they're doing what they need to do. I think United, we're doing what we need to just to get by to the summer. It's a massive summer for United. It's a massive summer for you for the striker option. I still believe, Steve, and people will go crazy at me here. I think we're the closest to Man City more than Liverpool and Chelsea. And I say to you why this, right? If Man United get their act together in terms of the structure and get a proper man in there, so if Ralf Rangnick's up there and he spends well and he identifies what we've got, because we have got the money, but we don't use it well. No. But Liverpool haven't got the money. Chelsea are always sacking managers. You know what I mean? United can get there if they were to act, quick.
They've got to stop the rot now for me.
There you go.
The way United's going at the minute, it's getting to a really bad state. Yeah. And they need to turn that around quick because
and spend wisely.
You can live on the past and say we're a big club. We sell more shirts than you. We sell more this. We've got more YouTube followers. We've got Ronaldo. But that doesn't all matter. What matters is what goes on the pitch, innit? And if your team's not performing on the pitch, you can soon get left behind. And that's what
at the minute we are. At the minute we are getting left behind.
You've got teams like Arsenal, no disrespect. They're concentrating more. Their fan base more cares about YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Fucking DT going to jail. Something else. They all they care about is shit that nobody else cares about. And as a football fan, nobody cares about that.
That Prison FC, by the way, it's got a big squad now, isn't it?
Arsenal's throwing a few transfers in there. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I tell you, it's a right team. We've got a manager now. You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Right, on that note, we're going to have to end.
It's mad. But listen, it is what it is. These things that they're going on about, History FC, YouTube followers, biggest hot dogs in the land, floodlights shining brighter than anyone else, all that shit doesn't really matter. What matters is on the pitch.
Yeah.
And if you take your eye off what's on the pitch,
yeah,
you'll soon find yourself in the shit or in jail.
Yeah. And people, make sure you stay safe and make sure you're doing your schoolwork as well. You know what I mean? But we've got West Ham on the weekend. I'm predicting us to win 2-1. I'm back in the confidence zone now. I think we should.
You beat West Ham.
We should beat West Ham 2-1. You guys have got Southampton away. As long as you can keep Ward-Prowse out, I think that's all you got. Because Ward-Prowse is quality.
They got a 0-0 at the Etihad. They set up really well, and I think he's going to try and do that there.
They have done well though. Last couple of games at their ground.
Got the kid from Chelsea up front, that Brozier, innit?
Brozier, yeah.
They want to get him back because he's better than that Lukaku.
Anyone's better than Lukaku. You know what I mean?
I think City will win, mate. I think City will win. I think we get the job done. It won't be. We won't flatten him. We'll just keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. And that's the main, you know what I mean? That's what we do around here, you know what I mean? But this has been the Manc Talk. Big up to everybody who's watching. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to Big Steve's channel. We're trying to get him to 10k, man, you know what I mean? So we can do a giveaway.
10k, man. Yeah, get me on the 10k.
That's it.
Get in the comments. I'm going to come on the comments. I'll reply to every comment in the comments. So make sure you do some nice comments. Not shit comments, nice comments.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, man. This is the Manc Talk. Like I said to you people, big things are coming on this channel, also for the Manc Talk as well.
Got an agent now, you know.
There you go. You know what I mean? Can he sort you out a deal? What you're on a long-term deal?
Same agent as you, innit?
There we go then. Exactly. So listen, people, we're here. We're here to take over, people. So
our agent is more ruthless than Mini Raiola.
There you go. Exactly. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Big things are coming when you get an agent. You know what I mean? Living life. I'm not on as much money as him. He's got a right deal, but I'm getting there. You know what I mean? I'm getting there.
It depends. If you come over to the red side, we'll sort you out.
This is what I'm saying. I can't do it, mate. I'm on this side here. I'm over
you get a free pillow as well.
nah, you're right, mate. God.
Get your bargain as well. But people, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.